In previous videos, we've discussed several reasons why New Testament words and phrases appear in the Book of Mormon, showing how many of these quotations could have been added by ancient Nephite record keepers. However, it is also arguable that some of this New Testament language entered into the Book of Mormon through Joseph Smith's vocabulary as translator. If this was a factor, one wonders exactly how and why these wordings are there. In giving any answer to these types of questions, it would be helpful to consider how the process of translating the Book of Mormon functioned. While Joseph Smith never publicly revealed much about the Book of Mormon translation process, scholars have often suggested two general theories. This video examines the first of these two, sometimes called the loose control theory, where ideas may have been revealed to Joseph Smith while translating, which he then formulated and dictated in his own words. In translating the golden plates, Joseph may have encountered ancient teachings that may have seemed close enough to New Testament teachings that the Spirit might have called up from Joseph's memory New Testament passages, which he then dictated to his scribes. However, while that is possible, the sizable number of New Testament phrases in the Book of Mormon and their complexity and sophistication makes it difficult to believe that Joseph was working solely with things he knew by memory. Because of this, some have wondered if Joseph picked up a Bible, located a desired passage, and read it to his scribes. However, there are many problems with this idea that make it unlikely. There is no evidence that he had his own Bible before the end of 1829. Eyewitnesses specifically said that he used no books, notes, or Bible in his translation. Close associates and even hostile observers never reported or suggested that he had a Bible while translating. Due to the complexity and length of New Testament quotations in the Book of Mormon, it's unlikely that Joseph could have done such extensive study with a Bible before he dictated a sentence or paragraph to his scribes. And lastly, if his eyes were looking into his hat while translating, as witnesses claimed, there would be no place for having a Bible to read from. Loose control, however, is only one of two general explanations about how the translation may have happened. Our next video will focus on the other more likely explanation called tight control, or word-for-word revelation of the text. While we do not have 100% certainty about the translation process, the evidence available strongly suggests that the words of the translation were given to Joseph Smith by revelation, and that he somehow saw and read those words and dictated them to his scribes. Whatever the theory or explanation, the witnesses of the translation agree that it was inspired and miraculous. And now you know why.